I hope it's a glorious investigation that reveals the truth of all things.
The world is getting crazier. People are acting more and more insane. The end of the world is tomorrow. Tomorrow. There's only one thing to do when the world is falling apart. Listen to Basil and Gonz as they discuss this week's news and events through the lens of Bible prophecy. You are listening to Canary Cry News Talk.
You're listening to Canary Cry News Talk. Today is it's June 2nd, 2021. And this is episode 345. And today, FAUCILEAKS. That's right. And razzle dazzle. I'm your best buddy, Basil.
And this is Gonz, your favorite Asian provocateur for Christ, coming at you from the timeline that you're likely on, not the one that Basil's on back in May. Welcome to the podcast where we bring you the best news, which is the gospel message of Jesus Christ, while reporting the egregious with a well-rounded, biblically grounded take on world events. And, time is a flat circle, as you always say, Basil. May, June, July, 2021, 1974, it's all the same.
Halfway through 2021, which is crazy. This year has just been blasting by. It's a little concerning.
Yeah.
But lots of stuff going on. As of right at this moment, AMC is making another run. We're at 105. We're up 106%. 107. So there you go. AMC folk, $65 a share. Very exciting. Make sure to like and subscribe and turn on notifications while we're thinking about it.
Like, subscribe, bell button, all. Like, subscribe, bell button, all.
That's right. Well, Gonz, anything exciting going on your side of the world there?
Not really. Just babies crawling pretty intensely now. So that's
he's mobile.
Yeah, he's mobile. Different dimension with that. But also he's starting to realize that he doesn't have to sleep at night, or he doesn't have to take naps. So
what are you going to do? Punish him? No way, Jose.
I can't punish him yet. He doesn't understand punishment.
I know.
But he'll just...
And he knows it.
I know he knows it. He looks at me and goes, "You can't do nothing to me."
What are you gonna do, daddy?
Yeah, I was watching some Over the Top with him, just trying to get him used to the idea that you never give up. You always go over the top. Which I sent you clips because you hadn't seen the film.
Yeah,
and
no, never seen it, and wish I hadn't.
How dare you? How dare you?
Are you going to explain this movie to people? Because
I think people know about Over the Top. It's a Sly Stone.
I don't think they do. I didn't.
He's a trucker guy. He is, I think he has like a divorce or something. He's in an arm wrestling tournament with all these big dudes.
Mm-hmm.
And then he wins. And then
it's a very intense Sylvester Stallone arm wrestling movie. It's like the Karate Kid of arm wrestling.
Yeah.
And, it's pretty much every Sylvester Stallone movie, but instead of, exciting things like karate or boxing or whatever, it's just arm wrestling. As intense, though. He gets very sweaty. He's a glistening man while he's arm
there's lots
wrestling.
Of screaming and yelling. Yeah, it's the real deal. Anyway, that's enough of that. How about you? Did you have anything exciting happen the last couple days?
I don't think so. No, I've got a DMV appointment later today. That's exciting.
Yeah.
So, that's partially while we're going to be on a little bit of a time limit today.
Yeah. Well, just to dive into it, somebody, I've been talking to people. There's been some folks, some normie people that were very much on the Donald Trump is a racist train,
Mm-hmm.
And I was kind of like, so what about Biden? And they're like, well, I don't think he's a racist.
Did you play them he doesn't want his kids growing up in a racial jungle clip?
Well, the problem with that clip is it's old. That clip is old, but we got something fresh.
Or poor kids are just as good as white kids.
Yeah, I think this is the one. This is along those lines. Biden discusses closing racial wealth gap.
The data shows young black entrepreneurs are just as capable of succeeding given the chance as white entrepreneurs are. But they don't have lawyers. They don't have accountants. But they have great
accountants, Basil. This show is dedicated to accountants. If you were listening in the last episode, we try to dedicate episodes.
Not the show, just the producer segments.
Yeah, the producer segments. Anyway, let me continue on here. So far, okay, so Biden is saying black entrepreneurs don't have lawyers or accountants.
Lawyers, they don't have accountants, but they have great ideas. Does anyone doubt this whole nation would be better off from the investments those people make? And I promise you, that's why I set up this National Small Business Administration that's much broader, because they're going to get those loans.
So, yeah, there you go. Biden.
Got to trap those. We got to make sure to trap those black entrepreneurs into debt.
Yeah, number one. But number two, what data is he looking at? He always just busts out stuff. I got cards. I got data. He's got all this stuff. What is this data? What is, I don't know. I'm pretty sure if you're an entrepreneur, regardless of what color you are or what, epidermal shade you are, you can probably have access to a lawyer or an accountant. But,
yeah. Well, it's just him blabbing on. And it's funny because that comment can go either way. Because on one hand, he's trying to be all woke, the black entrepreneurs are just as capable as white entrepreneurs. They just don't have lawyers and stuff.
But they have ideas. It's like,
he's trying to be all woke. But on the other hand, it's just incredibly racist.
It's super racist.
If you, even on the social justice side, let's take the perspective of a social justice warrior, the idea of Biden saying that they are just as capable, even putting it in those terms is like incredibly insulting. Yeah. If only these black people just knew how to get a lawyer or an accountant. It's kind of like the driver's license thing. Like, black people can't get a driver's license. What? What are you talking about? That is the craziest thing I have ever heard. All right. Well, I guess no surprise there.
No surprise, but just it's one of those things that I think I played this for my friend there, and they didn't think it was racist. So
yeah. Well, they're trained. They've got their blinders on. The Biden can do no wrong blinders.
Yeah.
But, what's more important than this guy is Flippy.
Flippy update.
Do you want fries with that?
That's right, folks. Time for the Flippy update. If you're new to the show, let me tell you, Flippy is the colloquial name for the disembodied robot arms that are taking our jobs, enslaving our children, and flirting with our spouses. We use talking about Flippy as a way to explore all the new, fun, and exciting ways that robots are taking over the world. Now there's nothing we can do about it. Today, Gons, I'm taking this article from earthsky.org, and we're checking in on the Canadarm or Canadarm 2 versus China Arm 1. Of course, we reported on China sending up their own giant robotic arm to their space station last week. But we're still very proud that Canada has the largest robotic arm in space. They did it. It's very impressive, and we love you, Canada, for your contribution. But some trouble in the space arm space, I guess. The headline is Lucky Strike. Space debris smacked ISS robotic arm. Oh no. The Canadian Space Agency, CSA, confirmed on May 28th, 2021, that a piece of space debris smacked into the robotic arm on the International Space Station, creating a noticeable hole in the arm. This hole is noticeable. CSA provided the arm called Canadarm2 to ISS. It's been in service in orbit since 2001. A routine inspection on May 12th revealed the hull, CSA said, adding that near-term operations should not be affected. CSA called the hull a lucky strike, given the relatively small size of the arm, which is 57.7 feet long, but with a diameter of only 14 inches. CSA said, while the utmost precautions are taken to reduce the potential for collisions with the ISS, impacts with tiny objects do occur. Experts from the Canadian Space Agency and NASA work together to take detailed images of the area and assess the impact, which occurred on one of Canadarm2's boom segment. Despite the impact, results of the ongoing analysis indicate that the arm's performance remains unaffected. That's right, Canadarm2, unaffected. You got a hole punctured through you. There's some space debris, and you're still chugging on. That's that Canadian grit that I like to see. The damage is limited to a small section of the arm boom and thermal blanket. Canadarm2 is continuing to conduct its planned operations, including hoisting Dexter, the space robot, into position to replace a faulty power switch box, remote power control module. NASA and the CSA will continue to gather data to conclude the analysis. Near-term robotics operations will continue as planned. Then it goes and talks about space debris and how dangerous it can be. But I think it's a little bit of a distraction, Gons. They go on for like 3 paragraphs about space debris and how dangerous it is. But we all know who the biggest perpetrator of space debris is.
China.
And that is China. That's right. They purposefully creating space debris, raining down balls of molten lava onto the Earth with their rockets that they just didn't do the math. And of course, with China arm up there, I think maybe China taught their robotic arm how to throw a fastball. I don't know. It's very suspicious, the timing on this.
There's some plausible deniability, I can see the China arm, throw a little thing and then just space debris. Oh, I don't know.
Space warfare. Yeah, because with all the detection satellites and the missile detection technology that's floating around the Earth, they know that they can't launch missiles or anything because it'll be detected. But you stick a little piece of space debris in China arm and just have them pitch it towards the ISS. That's some sneaky warfare, I think. And the military officials in the United States were explicitly worried about China arm floating around in space and what kind of damage that the Chinese could do with it. I just think the timing is too coincidental to be a coincidence.
Well, as I suggested a few episodes ago, I think on the ISS, they should just play Over the Top on loop to be inspired by Sly Stone's arm wrestling prowess. A couple things to note, though. First off, just a flesh wound, Monty Python, Holy Grail.
Yeah.
But also just something I noticed here. The author of the article here from Earth Sky is named Deborah Bird. Is that any relation to Rear Admiral Richard Byrd?
Oh, that is interesting.
Yeah. The one that found the firmament or the hollow earth or...
Yeah, of course. Yes, Admiral Byrd, all of our hero. Was his name spelled with a Y?
It was. B-Y-R-D. Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, yeah, maybe I think we might have a conspiracy on our hands, Gons.
The story is never exactly as it is reported.
It's all
on
coming together.
Oh, I have that ISO now. Where did I put it? It's all coming together. Yes, I just got it.
Oh no!
Yes, where is it?
Oh geez, too early for this, guys.
I know. I'm sorry. Well,
gotta have that thing on deck, man.
I know. Well, I must have colored it differently because I'm having a hard time. Hold on, let me. Let me get rid of Jen Psaki's circle back and let me drop in Kronk.
It's all coming together.
There we go. Okay, now we got it on deck. Well, speaking of which, time to talk about Fauci.
Science is truth.
Yeah, so last day or so,